In today's video, I'm going to show you the Miro board strategy that made Nick Setting $4 million. I assume you already know who Nick Setting is. Nick Setting plus Miro equals big bag. So we have a lot to cover, and I'll show you why miros work. Firstly, why this strategy is a genius strategy. Then I'll also give you the right prompt and like a structure that you can use for your own miro videos you see right there, so I can make just this process easier for you, because I assume you're overthinking miros a lot, but it's pretty simple and pretty powerful. Later we'll talk about documented versus non-documented content. In 2026, if you want to win content creation game, this is an essential thing that you need to have. Then later we have content distribution, so how you can be more productive and effective with your content creation. Then we will talk about his YouTube, because listen to this.
Out of all the platforms that I ever use in my life, I would say YouTube is one of the most powerful platforms. I made $4 million.
He made a lot of money from just YouTube, so we'll talk about that, and I'll show you specific free videos. So 3 videos that made him, so just these 3 videos made him more than $1 million. So these 3 right there, I'll go in depth about each one. And last thing is 300k per month posting schedule. So posting schedule that Nick uses to make the amount of money that he makes. So pretty complex but pretty valuable. Stick until then, because I have a lot of secrets, a lot of things that I extracted from Nick, because I used to be part of Nick's content team, and I'm really grateful that I got this opportunity, because I learned a lot. And these are some specific videos that I worked on. So this one right there, then this one, and you can see good work from Nick, and this is me right there on the call with Nick, as you can see. So I used to be part of his team, and that's why I understand a lot of things that he does. And now I want to show you, so you can also use some of these strategies and make your own content better, and ultimately you can start making more money. So first thing is, to monetize your audience, you need to build trust. And even some people are watching your content, and even if they engage with you, they will not buy if they don't believe in what you sell. View itself doesn't matter, and you need buyers, because we are all here to make money, right? You're not here just to get views. So keep in mind that even if you have some traffic, you probably now have some traffic, if it's the wrong one, nothing will happen, and you won't be able to convert those individuals. Good question to ask yourself is what to tell people that are watching, so they're watching my content, to make them buy and to turn them into buyers. So I draw there one illustration right there. If this blue guy is talking to wrong audience, nothing will happen. But if the blue guy is talking to blue audience, so his audience and his ICP, and he's directly pointing out their desires, then their pains, their fears, their motivators, conversion can happen. So it is possible to happen in the end. As Mr. Nick said, communicate the right message verbally. So you need to verbally communicate the right message to your audience, so people see the ROI visually. Those two work together. Verbal, what you say verbally, and what people see visually, these two have to work together. And this is why he came up with this Miro thing. So what is the best way to make an alignment between your words and visual presentation in your single piece of content? It's obviously the Miro, and this is why Miro was the winning format for 2025, and it will be definitely powerful in 2026. Nick made over 100 Miro board videos, and now I'll show you key things when it comes to building your Miro and recording it, so you can get also the same or similar results. You can't get the same results, I'll show you why, but you can get pretty good results. Here's some miros. So this is kind of like in the beginning, more simple miros. Later we have a lot of more complex miros with a lot more value. So you see a lot of drawings, a lot of pictures, a lot of connections between each sections, and he became literally expert in this thing. But I'll show you now a few steps, and overall let's first dive into why miros, how do they work and why. And the secret behind miros is pretty simple. It eliminates brain friction, and as Nick told me, what people visually see makes sense with what I'm verbally saying, so their brain doesn't need to work. Most creators, including you, are just talking, and understand that people can't really understand that, because they're scrolling, they're seeing some random things, and now they have to focus on your reel. It won't happen. And this is the secret in miros. We have to pretty much sync visual and verbal perfectly, so that viewers absorb complex strategies effortlessly. To be honest, some of those strategies that Nick is presenting is pretty complex, because he's there presenting the ways and systems that allow him to scale to 100k per month, 200, 300k per month, and for some people this will sound like too complex, but honestly, when he puts that into the miro board, it becomes pretty simple and pretty easy to follow what he's presenting, pretty easy to understand these concepts. So this is the power of Myron. And second thing is the marketing strategy. So here's the genius part in this whole thing. Nick positioned himself as the pioneer, as the guy on top. So every copycat, and he was getting a lot of copycats, probably you were also using some Miro board reels or like YouTube videos, which isn't wrong, by the way, but you have to understand that it actually is a marketing for Nick setting, because when people see Miro videos now, they immediately think of Nick setting, and every buyer will ultimately buy from the person on the top, the pioneer, from Nick. So probably you're thinking like, oh, competitors and other people are stealing my strategy, but they're expanding his reach and following prospects to him, to Nick. And this is like genius thing, and this is like you're watching some Miro, and immediately your brain subconsciously think of Nick setting, even though this is some other guy, he's selling probably some random thing. Your brain subconsciously connects the Miro with Nick setting, and yeah, this was the perfect format for 2025, and you probably got a lot of also views and engagement because you made some Miro videos. But understand that the most amount of money went to obviously the pioneer Nick setting. As I told you, this is genius marketing strategy, and this is how number one players move. You must create something unique that people copy you. Same happened with Iman. Iman had a lot of these things that other people were copying, and this means you're on the right track. And don't be annoyed, if someone is copying you. It means you're on the right track. So just keep pushing, keep innovating, keep holding that first place. Now, how to build a perfect Miro? A perfect Miro does not exist, and I know that you're overthinking this so much. You're making it so complex. And Nick setting also, he was posting these Miro videos 2 years before he got like big results, because he blew up in 2025. But before, he was posting a lot of more simple Miro, but he was taking action, he was practicing, and now he came to this position to make really like good Miro videos. But you gotta start from somewhere, and first thing in this whole process is overall idea and overall what you want to present in your video. So start from that. What I like to do is I like to script my video verbally, just write script, and then I can see and understand how I can position it in my video. So either you can break down your video into like few points. So Nick setting, for example, he's doing that pretty often. So you can see first part, profile funnel breakdown, then some numbers breakdown, then ad creative breakdown. So you pretty much split your videos into few sections. This is one thing that you can do, but other than that, here are some other things. So you can break down your Miro into 3 to 5 like main points you want to talk about. Keep headlines or keep these bold claims controversial or strong to catch people's attention. So you can put some transformations or like here these bold claims like cash collecting in 3 weeks. So you can just make it stronger. Then also what you can do is follow this structure. So to make it easier, make your Miros from left to right or from top to bottom. Now because this is also a Miro video, I'm literally like presenting you from top to bottom. This will also be top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. So you can see like right there I'm presenting going from top to below. Then 4 point is at the end. When you have the idea, you can start connecting the dots, use some shapes, use colors, use icons, use photos, to make it just visually appealing. And remember, don't overthink, just start from something. He also started from something, and all Miros will be different because every idea and every video is different. So there are some Miros that were like this, pretty like simple, and they're presenting the video. Usually you record Miros with loom, so this is like a loom, you just record it. As you can see, this is a loom, and or you can just record it separately and later turn it in the video. But these videos are pretty raw, organic, which makes them powerful. And yeah, he's using a lot of these objects, then connections. You connect each point, use strong headlines like there, like also here. And overall, that's it. And I also did that for my client. I'm making my report for my client because I don't want him to do all that because it's pretty complex and time wasting. So as you can see, I prepped the whole structure for the Miro. This like a headline, some results, first section, then second section, broke down into a few points, third section, fourth section, then I put their CDA at the end. So my client had to just fill in the gaps and he was ready to shoot. So this is one thing that I do for my clients. I know other content agencies, they just leave their part to their clients, but it's pretty time consuming, so I covered that. And if you want the help with your Miro, just shoot me a message on my Instagram, J Vesmar. Now, moving on to second part of this video, which is documented versus non-documented content. In 2026, what works the best and is the secret that only few best creators realized is this importance of non-documented content. Now, what is documented and what is non-documented content? What is the difference? You'll probably now ask yourself. Let's first start with documented content, and this is the thing that you were doing. It's pretty normal way of recording, where you, for example, you take a time out of your day to film content, you sit down, you put the camera, and you may ask now, like, what's wrong with that? This method's been active for years and decades, but understand that people are used to this format a lot, and everyone is just using the same scripts at the end of the day, same editing style. It's fake, it's pushy, it's salesy, and people are aware, this is the biggest thing, people are aware that you consciously sat down to record to gain attention and later try to sell something. People are aware of that, and this is okay to make sometimes, but now what works better in 2026 is non-documented content. And I know that you saw this and you probably ask yourself, like, it's a bit, different. He isn't too direct to me, but he's doing something else. But here are some examples of non-documented content. Like, he's just there, with client as well, making presentation, presenting something. And the simple definition is that their camera isn't the priority. It's what he does, so it feels natural, raw, organic, and that's the winning formula for 2026. So you pretty much do something and camera is just following. Camera isn't the main thing, like there. Like here, you sat down, you grab the phone and you're recording. But here in these videos, his main priority there is presentation. There are a lot of people he's just presenting, or like there, mastermind, or like here he's literally like with a client doing client fulfillment, or like a there. But he also at the same time he records, which makes those videos pretty natural and raw and great to watch. So I hope you understood this difference between documented and not documented content. Nick talks a lot in his videos and with his clients about this. So yeah, it's okay sometimes to mix also documented, but try to add this non-documented content. Try to be raw, authentic, just to document on the side what you're doing. So if you're with your client, or if you're preparing something for a client, put a camera, just do your thing and explain a bit to your camera and put that as a reel. You don't need to make a separate script for you explaining what you're doing. No, just keep it raw, keep it organic. Or if you're doing some presentation or some, I don't know, even like Miro board, even like this video right there is non-documented because I haven't put the camera right here. I put it in the back, so to you it doesn't look like I'm talking to you. It looks like I'm presenting the Miro and you're just pretty much spectating from third person, which isn't pushy, isn't salesy, and that's why it works right now so good. So also, as a business owner, your time is the most important thing. It's valuable, and do you actually want to spend it on record? Like, do you actually want to have like a fucking blog, film content, like 3 hours, filming content? Like, no, you have things to do. You have more important decisions to make. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that content isn't important. Content is massive leverage and you have to do it in 2026. But I want to tell you that find a way to make it as efficient as possible, so you can just capture moments and capture recordings while you move as an expert, while you make decisions, while you're with your clients, while you're traveling, so while you're doing some masterminds. So, and if you want people to buy your stuff, just start capturing what you already do and have a team around you that captures, that edits, that recognize moments to capture from content. So Nick himself has a content team. Obviously I was part of his content team as well. So when he makes the long form video, and we will talk about that in a second, this content distribution, I'm now touching a bit in content distribution, but what he does is he makes one long form video and then his team is clipping the best parts and turning into short form. Now, benefits of non-documented content: it saves a lot of time, it performs better because it feels more natural, more honest, more real, more organic. It's easier to make because you're not scripting and trust me that I hate recording. Like even like me, I don't like to record, and I haven't met a guy who likes to record. Like everyone is, it's a stressful. You have to write the script, you have to come up with ideas, you have to prepare the whole lighting, you have setup, you have to sit down and record and actually be good on camera, because it's something that goes, online. So no one likes it. But if you can find a way to do your thing, do your expertise, the thing that you're good at, while capturing that, this is the best thing. And this is literally the thing that he's doing right there with this guy. He's working with him, he's focused on his client, and camera is in the back capturing that. Now also it shows that you're busy, you're with clients, you're signing more deals, you're scaling your own business. So people think in their mind, okay, this guy is doing his thing and he's recording, but there on documented content, as I told you, they subconsciously think that he took time out of his calendar to make this video to try to sell me something, because everyone knows that we're all trying to sell and make money, right? Plus the good thing is that non-documented content, you will never procrastinate, because most people procrastinate content a lot, scripting, preparing the video, later they have to record. But with non-documented content, you just move as an expert, you do your own thing while you capture that and you post it online. I hope really you understood it, because it's a really important thing right now. I'm genuinely speaking that, especially in 2026, and this is how you position yourself differently. This is how you win. This is how you win. You have to be different. You can't do what everyone else does, especially like now where there are a bunch of competitors, bunch of people doing the same thing. So you have to find a way to be different, and everything goes back to this trust. You have to build trust. But if you're making too documented content, too salesy, too pushy, you can't build trust, and people will not give you money, because if there is no trust, there is no money. Now, next thing is content distribution. So you want to be as efficient as possible with your content, and the way you establish that is through content distribution, obviously. Usually you will take longer videos, so long form, because they're the longest pieces of content, and you turn that into shorter piece of content, whether it's short form reels, whether it's Twitter, Twitter posts, LinkedIn posts, or like email sequences. So this is, for example, one long form video. You turn it, or your team turns it, into a few short form reels. So when Nick makes his long form video, he has two editors that go through that video, find the best part, and turn that into short form. And he also built his custom AI that transcribes the long form video and turn it into tweets, and it's prompted to create text-based content on X pretty much and post it on Twitter. Like, why would you make different ideas and content topics for each platform, where you can just make one idea and turn it into YouTube video, and then later your team repurposes that to other marketing channels, which is short form, Twitter, emails, and etc. And this builds massive leverage in content, and leverage is something that all business owners are optimized to get. So how you can create leverage is by creating one piece of content and distributing the same idea pretty much and the same topic to all other platforms. So, and this is good because you never overthink, and you just focus on this one long form video. So you can pretty much every single week just sit down, record one good long form video, like 20, 30, 1 hour, like long form video, and for that week just focus on the thing that you talked about in this video. So if you're making Instagram reels, you can either literally like take short form reels from that long form video, or you can just refilm a bit or add probably some clips, but talking about the same thing as you talked about in the long form. Same with tweets. So this is the easiest way to make content and to be consistent and to have this leverage in your game. Good thing is that weekly you will have connected topics, because short form is repurposed from long form, so your YouTube follow Instagram pretty much, they follow each other, and your audience is aligned on multiple platforms. So when they move to IG, for example, it synchronizes with YouTube. So for example, people see your Instagram short form, and they can just, if they're interested in that topic, they know that you already made a YouTube video, so they can go to your YouTube and see the whole long video where you provide a lot of value, obviously. So this is about content distribution. We all try to optimize for leverage, and the best thing how you can get a leverage is make one long form video, so 20, 30, 1 hour video, and then just repurpose it to short form just by taking clips from long form, or you can, for example, just film the hook and then put the other value part from your long form video. So short form, short form, short form. You can also turn it into tweets, so for X, then also for email. You can use a tool called YouTube transcript, so you can put there the link of your long form video, it will give you the transcript, or you can just go right there at the bottom. Let me show you that. You can just go right here and you see the transcript, so you can just copy it. You just have to sign in and copy the transcript. But overall, this is how you create leverage. Next thing I want to talk about is Nick's YouTube channel that made him a lot of money. And let me play this one more time for you so you can hear it from himself.
Out of all the platforms that I ever use in my life, I would say YouTube is one of the most powerful platforms. I made $4 million, and at least $1 million came from 3 specific YouTube videos.
These 3 specific YouTube videos I'll talk about in a sec right here. But let me first present you the some basics of his YouTube channel. So this is his YouTube. By the way, I made this banner, it looks great. So we have obviously his name, his logo, that is the same as on Instagram right here. Then we have strong description. So this first sentence of the description, I talked about this in my like my previous video, like how to optimize your YouTube channel. So your first sentence of description should be powerful, because this is only seen when someone opens your channel, so without clicking on more. So he put like a bold, strong claim: I scaled past 250k per month with the profile funnel. And the next thing is his Instagram. He's putting the IG because his conversion goes through IG with his setters. Now some of his videos thumbnails, this is when he started like 2 years ago, pretty raw, pretty organic. His face right there, miro right there. These miros subconsciously make people click, because usually they are complex, and they put into people this fear of missing out, like they're missing out on something. When they see like something like this, they're curious to click. This is why they were good. Also, his titles are pretty specific. So he's not optimizing for views, and he's just showing honest and real results with his audience, and he's selling and helping people who are below him, always like backward selling. So pretty like honest titles. Like imagine like you sitting down and you saw some problem, so you will just find a way how to make a title that works. So this exact Instagram ad strategy, so the exact Instagram strategy that coaches charge 10k for, how my client, this is like some client interview, SMA thing, my client's entire service delivery, pretty raw, pretty organic, which is good, which work good for him. And also what's important to understand, even though these concepts can help you, you need consistency, and it's a big factor, because Nick started also like 3 years ago from nothing, and these videos weren't getting views like today, but he stick through, he continued to push 1 video per week, and that's why his YouTube now is a room full of gold, literally. And that's even why now he has this angle on Miro world, literally, in his position as pioneer, because he kept pushing miros like even like for 3 years. He could just quit there, but he didn't. So now that's why he's the best right now. When it comes to his YouTube call to actions, if we take a look at some random video, first thing is watch this now. This is like a VSL, some video right there. Yeah, it's VSL. He puts case study from 10k to 187k in 6 months. This is like a crazy case study. So yeah, this first thing is crazy case study with his client, pretty much like a client interview. And this video builds massive trust and makes people who are in the same situation as this client before, it makes them buy Nick's offer, and it makes them work with Nick, because this guy, I like checked the video, this guy was stuck 10k for like months, and then he started working with Nick, and he scaled within the like 6 months to almost like 200k, which is like a crazy thing. So if you check this video, it builds massive leverage, and you want to work with Nick as well. Then second CTA is he's there qualifying the viewer. So stuck between 5 to 30k per month, message me on IG. So we have there Nick's IG DM closing. So he qualifies the audience, but specifically speaking to people between 5 and 30k with a clear direction to message him on IG. And then Nick's setter reach out and makes lead book a call, or ideally pay immediately, pay in full, like they're through IG message. Later, third CTA is, or do yourself a favor and book a call so we can make a game plan. It's like a simple Calendly booking a call. So apply to work one-on-one with Nick and his team, and you can see right there. So Nick is using Calendly. There's like a Calendly page. This is qualification, so you have to answer to all these questions: how much money you're making, then how much do you have to invest. These are some good questions to also ask your ICP, like how much money does he have to invest right now, how much is he making, how much money he wants to make, like what his desired state, so you can know whether you can help him or not. And the last right there, CTA, which can be considered a CTA, it's this client testimonial YouTube channel. So Nick has literally, like probably some of you guys, probably like some of you people, you haven't uploaded your first 30 videos. Nick setting on his testimonial channel, which is like his second or third YouTube channel, he has there 42 videos. And this channel is right there, you can see. So just client interviews, and even sometimes he literally like flies out his client, or he goes to him to make this interview. Like a lot of videos right there. I don't know why it doesn't load, but still. And imagine you having a separate YouTube channel only for client interviews and testimonials, crazy transformations, breaking every single objection that potential client might have. And the good thing is that when your potential client, watch some of these interviews, your sales calls become easy, because you don't need to sell pretty much when they just see the amount of interviews you had, and the amount of people you help, and your authority because of all those interviews. And if you have good results with your clients, interview are pretty much must go thing. You must do them. And I made a video on my YouTube channel explaining how to structure this interview call, what questions to ask, how to package the video, like title, thumbnail. So we have a link right there. It's this video right here, like why your social proof is not working, how to make this client interview. So you have this video on my channel. I uploaded it 4 months ago, so you can go and check it out. Now, next thing are specific types of videos. So these 3 videos made him more than $1 million. And first video I'll talk about is my story video. So we have those 3, first one, second one, and third one. We'll go over each one specifically, so you can also use those formats for your own business and potentially make even more money than him. But this first my story video, people want to see someone's history and they like to be part of someone's journey. So Nick uploaded this video like 1 year ago, from 0 to 100k per month in 7 months, my story. This video pops almost 30k views, which is crazy for B2B. And when you sell something online, you must openly show your credibility, your values, and honestly, you can't lie and fake your way to the top. It won't end up good, because people can smell it. The reason why even those miros worked really good is he's just open. He just presents the mechanism, he just presents the system that he used, and if you're just honest, it will work much better. But listen, this is how it goes. So once your cold lead, cold prospect, potential buyer, so he's there cold, he checks your my story video, like your story video obviously, and it builds massive trust, and trust is required to be able to convert him to buyer, from viewer to buyer, so he can make money. Trust is the only currency we try to build, because on that depends whether someone's gonna stay in the viewer side or buyer side of the spectrum. And here's how you can structure your my story video so you can make it for your own YouTube channel. First is intro, let's say 0 to 5 minutes. Explain your beginning of the journey, go in depth who you are, who you were as a kid, what motivated you. This is a crucial thing. What motivated you to get to the situation where you are now? Like, what is the trigger? What triggered you? Then second is context. So this is the biggest part, like a body part. 5 to 15 minutes, let's say, give more context about your journey, split it into a few steps or like a few milestones. So you can say, let's say year 1 to year 2 I did X, then year 2, year 3 I did, X, and then year 4 to 5 I did, some other thing. Like pretty much just break it down into a few years, or I don't know, months, or like sections during your journey. Go more in depth, be honest, be open, and you can check Nick's video to have some reference in your mind while you record your one. So you can just go and find this video out. You will just find it because it's the biggest, almost the biggest one on his channel. And last thing is the ending, the outro part, specific value about yourself. So talk more specifically in this last part about one value that you really like, something specific that helped you, that you implemented, that you figured out, or some mechanism that you used. And at the end, you can just CTA the way out. So if you're interested to learn more about what I do and how I can help you get to the same situation, DM me on Instagram or whatever you use as a CTA. And by the way, all big creators use that video. You probably didn't recognize, but even Iman Gadzhi made one, and his one has the biggest leverage because he literally documented the whole journey from zero to now multi-millionaire. So he has a 3-hour one, a 3-hour. He made this like this year and also last year almost 500k views, which is crazy. I recorded my entire life since I was broke, and literally all you know, all clips, all videos, and this is leverage at the end of the day. And this video specifically is the reason why he can make millions and millions with info just with this transformation. Usually broke beginners relate to his beginnings right there, you can see, and they want to end up on his situation right now, which creates transformation, which creates leverage, and he just puts the product or the mechanism or the thing that helped, like info product, like digital launchpad or whatever. So pretty much like a bridge that connects from broke state to now rich state, so people buy, and so he make a lot of money, obviously. Second video I want to talk about, even more important video, is full course video, full guide, full course, full breakdown, however you want to call it. You must understand what I'm going to tell you right now. Usually people just give credit to the VSL video that sells with CTA at the end. And before I explain you all about full course and how to make it, try to understand the thing that I'm going to now tell you. Usually people just give credit to VSL, like for example this video. But you have to understand that even though this video made you a ton of money, it made you a ton of money because you also have a lot of other videos, such as your story, some other how-to videos, some other action-based videos. So because of other videos, this video converted well, and this video made you the most amount of money. So for example, your story video, because through these other videos people warm themselves up, so once they check your full course video, they're ready to buy. So don't forget to post also other videos that we talked about, and some normal videos like 10-15 minute videos, because people warm themselves up through these videos, so then they can convert, and pay you like after they check your full course. So free course goes with Alex Hormozzi's principle of value: give before you take. And what you also have to realize is that most people don't watch the full course. Like obviously, like no one would fucking sit and watch 10-hour video. However, the fact that you put together the 12-hour video and that you have it out there is the thing that makes them buy from you. A fucking 12-hour video is something that makes them buy. And in viewers' perception, you put a lot of effort and discipline into making something for few hours, 3 hour long. You get a lot of source for free, which usually other people charge, and that puts you as authority figure in your niche, and this is really valuable. Now when it comes to the overall full course structure, here it is. So core principles: give before you take. You don't need to create 12 hours video, you can just make it more simple, but try and aim for at least 30 minutes, but like usually sweet spot is 1 to 2 hours. Most people don't watch the full course, but the fact that you made it builds massive trust. Title formula is something like how to end result in 2026, and you put at the end free course, like how to then solve specific problem or put some transformation from broke to rich. From like Iman did the same thing, like I recorded my entire life since I was broke, or use Nick's framework, like copy this business that made me $2 million. When it comes to the hook, so there are 4 key elements you must put. So first you need to relate to pain, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to, and you put there some pain or some desired state. Then you need to establish credibility. This is the exact process we used for XY clients, or this is the exact process I used to collect over more than $2 million last year. Then promise transformation, just like promise to the viewers that they will achieve the same, and set a clear expectation. This is a full-length course for free. Then put sections that you'll talk about, so you can set a clear expectation from the beginning, and this is all you need for the hook part. Now when it comes to body, obviously you can split it into few parts, but make sure in the beginning to have foundation requirements before scaling, so you can qualify people and what they need in the first place to scale. Then main process, so 5 to 7 core areas, go deep on each one with, sub steps, waving social proof throughout. So always back to social proof to build, trust with your audience, and show client results after explaining each concept. And also what's important to do is to give your templates and resources for free so people can actually use it and benefit from it. And part 3 is advanced bonus tactics, so you can use some additional strategies that work and that can be beneficial to viewers. You can put this at the end. And obviously your outro part. So with outro part, with like CTA part on full course video, we use 3 sections. So like number 1, if people don't want to do anything with the video, just save for later. Then if they want to implement by themselves, it's pretty slow, hard, expensive, like high failure rate. And third option that you put is get help from an expert, which is like fast, proven, done for you. And you can close it with, if you're not already at, let's say, 10k, you 100% need help, and make sure to DM me on Instagram or whatever CTA you use. But it's pretty like simple structure. So hook, relate to pain, establish credibility, promise, transformation, set expectation. Body, just do some foundation at the beginning, then main part of the body split into a few points, go deep on each one, and some advanced, bonus and tactics, and also give your templates and resources. And the outro part, just if people don't want to take action right now, just save to watch later. If they want to implement themselves, then mention all things that will happen, like negative things, which then leads to buying and get help from you, which like fast, proven, done for you, which like fast and proven way to get results. And key success factors, so length should be around 60 to 90 minutes on minimum. Give away 90% of information value, because understand that the more you give, the more people are like, this guy gave all that info and resources for free, imagine what will happen if I buy. So the more you give, the more expectation that they have that they will get once they pay, so they will end up buying. So this is why it's good to give, and don't be afraid to give. The more you give, the bigger is chance that you will convert your hot leads. The social proof sprinkled throughout, not just at the end. Use exact numbers, client names, results, and the longer and more valuable, the more trust it builds. This is all you need for full course video. Before we dive into this last video, which is secret VSL, I want to just tell you all videos that you need to have on your YouTube. So first one is full course, then you need to have client interviews, then my story video, and then educational and action based content. So Nick has it all, and Nick has my story video, Nick has full course, also he has client interviews, a lot of them, and he has a bunch of educational, like specific problem solving videos. And this is literally the proof that I'm not preaching this YouTube game just randomly. No, if you have good results and good offer, and you have potential to make a lot of money and to add at least 50 to 100k just from YouTube, plus you will be positioned as an authority in the game, just like now Nick's setting, so everyone starts copying you. Secondly, your sales calls are much easier because you don't need to sell, because you have all of those videos and leads, and potential clients, they check all of those videos, so they're already pre-closed. So these are all benefits if you have the right funnel, if you genuinely make effort and make all of those videos, make my story video, make full course, make all client interviews, generally like hop on a call with clients. I'm not saying it's easy, but if you do it, chance of winning on YouTube is guaranteed, literally guaranteed. Plus you add some shorter, like 15-10 minutes videos, like Nick did here. You can see the chance of winning on YouTube is guaranteed. Last, the video that I want to present is secret VSL, as Nick called it, it's like secret VSL. And this is the video right there. How I got 91k Instagram followers and more personal clients, blah blah. So this video right there is, as Nick named it, secret VSL. And this video is pretty much VSL that doesn't look like a normal video sales letter. And this video is not classic video you breaking down your service, but more as a non-documented way where you talk about the educational part of your service. You educate the audience and talk more about this mechanism that helped you grow. So instead of saying here's what you get, present the formula mechanism that helped you get these results. And this way of creating VSL, and it's for the reason called secret VSL, because you are not directly telling to your audience, oh, here's what you'll get, but more in non-documented way, where you just explain the mechanism. You can make some miro board or just explain the mechanism, so people are like, okay, I want to buy this mechanism to get the same results as Nick. And and one more time, it's less salesy, less pushy, and this is why it works. So it's like reporting something instead of directly selling. You're not directly selling your mechanism, you just show the mechanism that got certain results. Really important to understand. Key things. So instead of you saying here's what you get, it's pushy, it's salesy, everyone does it, you talk about the mechanism that got these results. Now you're just presenting the thing that got these results, so it's not anymore you trying to sell something. This is the power of this video, right? And I hope you guys, I hope you understand it. So you're just a guy who figured it out, and now you want to present to your audience so they can use the same mechanism, but they obviously have to pay you money to get the mechanism. Also keep in mind, this is sales 101. Nobody buys the mechanism, they want the outcome. But here we talk about how you position yourself and from what perspective you made that video. So viewers will connect that mechanism to these results, which will then lead to paying you because they want to reveal mechanism and use it for their own business. So it's like a bridge, as you can see. Here you can see your ICP or some, John, let's say, and he has pains, he has struggles. So for example, he is stuck on 10K or stuck on 30K, and he wants to scale to his desired state, whether it's scaling to 100K, 200, whatever it is. This is like a basic sales principle. And this is the bridge, this is the road that they need to take, aka your mechanism. So this is you, or like Nick setting, but this is you, real G, and you pretty much tell him, here's my secret mechanism. This is like a secret potion that you have that will help him get to desired state, but obviously they have to pay you. And in this video you talk more about what's on the other side of the bridge. You talk more about why instead of how the mechanism works, because talking about how it works, just purely what will people get when they pay you and how the mechanism works, doesn't sell. Everyone wants desired state. This is sales 101. They don't need to know everything about how it works if they don't understand what this will give them and why. Later, before they pay and jump on a call, you can just share this video where you talk more about the actual mechanism, but in marketing part, it's not necessarily. So you have to learn how to show people the end destination before you show how to build the bridge. Really important. Sales 101. Last thing I want to talk about is 300K per month posting schedule of Mr. Nick setting. So profits optimization plus highlight sequence is something we'll cover first. Later I'll show you like what does he post. So first thing is, this is the template that he uses, and a lot of people are now stealing this. Founder and CEO of your company. DM me the word if you then some desired state, and put a URL Genie YouTube link. The reason why we put URL Genie is because when we put just a normal link, you can do it, but then Instagram won't let you pretty much move from their platform because they are then losing the conversion. So YouTube will be just open from the browser state, which sucks sometimes. So this is why we put URL Genie to directly move you to YouTube application where you can watch his video or his channel. Then when it comes to highlights, this is Instagram highlights. First one is start here, new here. You put main results, what you do, who do you help, like basic things, and other important highlights are clients, pure results, be honest, don't lie, put screenshots, positive comments from your clients. So the more clients you have, and we established already that Nick setting has a lot of good testimonials, he helped a lot of people, so he puts all of these testimonials right there in client section. First thing that he focuses on are reels. The main objective of IG reels is to nurture prospect, not convert them. You should post one per day if you can keep up the good quality. If not, 3-4 times fine. Do not overpower the quantity if the quality isn't right. When I talk about the quality, I talk about quality of the substance, like what you talk about. Is this valuable? Is this useful for your audience? I'm not talking about lighting and quality itself. There are some reels he's crushing on IG. As you can see, non-documented reels, non-documented. Everything is non-documented. Look at this. every single reel is non-documented. Like this is documented like 1 out of 10, but try to pull off really these non-documented reels. Second thing that he focuses on, and my voice is down by the way because this was a long presentation, but I hope you pick up a lot of value. Second thing is IG post. So this is post is pretty much like a main grid feed section. It's not like a real section, but like a main, feed section right there, and this is only used for status and credibility. So what you visually show has to match with what you verbally preach and tell. Your lifestyle has to match, and how you live, with what you sell and what you preach. Show your lifestyle. Hire a professional photographer if needed. You can capture like travel, car, a nice villa, sitting in the nice restaurant, smoking, training. So here's some pictures that Nick used. As you can see, you can already like see this guy knows the game. Like I can trust this guy. Travels, then girl. Look at this. It's like leverage, quality, status. What you can do is you can pick 3 to 10 best pictures and upload them on IG feed. Optimize for quality. You only need 5 to 10 of these, or like 3 to 10 of these. So don't rush to post something that it's not good enough. And bonus tip, be yourself. Like show your personality, show yourself. Next thing that Nick posts are carousels. So version 1 of carousel is pretty much post with few sections, not just like when you open a post you have to swipe it, like swipes, or carousel like swipes, same thing. Version 1 is life update. If you've been to some place, you can post just pictures from that, like location. It's more to present lifestyle. But second and more important version of carousel, or like a swipe, is value plus CTA. So here's the structure: hook, some bold claim, grab the attention, then break into few steps, and CTA. How does that look in practice? So here's the thing: how I made 2.4 million as a 21-year-old consultant. This is the first like part of this post. Then we have broken it down into a few steps. So step 1, step 2, and you just swipe, step 3, step 4, step 5, and later you put some CTA, like or like message me, and I'll send you some lead magnet or whatever it is. Then story sequences. We have 4 main story sequences that are based on value, transformation, education, and also lifestyle story sequences. So story sequences work right now, and Nick is promoting a lot of them because you must wake up every single day as people forgot who you are, and you need to remind them about your offer and how you can help them. And for that, stories are really good because they just last 24 hours. But try to be consistent with your stories. Post them 3 to 7 times per day to remind people that you exist, as I told you. And last thing are call to actions. So most people think call to actions are bad, but as long as you give value, it's okay to ask. Imagine if you give someone $2 and you ask him to give back 1, he will do that, obviously. But in other words, if you ask for $2 and you only give 1 back, it won't be that easy, right? Makes sense. This is a good analogy. So before you ask, make sure to give. And this is why we also make this full course video. Like everything is there, it's connected. Content is pretty connected thing. Everything works together. But this is why we make full course. We just give all source for free, and it's okay to ask them, right? So we have 2 CTAs. First CTA is soft CTA, and second one is hard CTA. So if you optimize for quality, then 1 hard CTA, like harder CTA, every 2 to 3 weeks is enough. On the other hand, if you post a lot of stories and reels per day, 1 soft CTA per week wouldn't be salesy, so it's okay to post that. So every, let's say, 6 to 7 days, you can post 1 software CTA. So soft CTA, it can be lead magnet, usually a YouTube video, and then book a call. Or hard CTA is more like a DM me some word, then DM setting to book a call. These are 2 versions of CTA that you can use. And pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, we covered the whole thing. We covered next setting, full strategy. I hope this was firstly valuable. I hope you learned something, but I mean, a lot of sauce given. And yeah, just like and sub to my channel for more value like this. We can break down some other creators. You can let me know in the comments which creator this can be, and if you also want to work with me, I can help you with your funnel, with your strategy based on knowledge that I have working with Nick, because one more time, I used to be the part of his team. So you can just shoot me a message on IG and we can book a call down there. But overall, yeah, I genuinely believe this was valuable.